yeah, Gragas is not going to be picked this time around, or Varus being banned, so...
We're back to match 1 where Varus being banned. Once again, Jace coming through for Zito. Desposito Zito getting that Jace pick once again. I mean, it's winning the matches, so they may as well keep using it.
Yeah, it's been doing pretty well so far. Unfortunately, I didn't have as much success in the last game because obviously they lost the last one, unfortunately. But I think overall the champion is doing pretty damn well. I think just offers a lot for a team. You know, so much poke damage. You know, being able to engage and do so much. On the other side, Brom is going to be pick up again. A lot of these teams I'd like to pick up the Brom or the Nautilus. Orianna as well going to be the pickup for Forever Esports.
Yep, Braum and Orianna keeping it true, keeping it real. They pretty much have been 100% pick rate in the entire series, to be fair. The Braum's not as deadly, or the Orianna's not as deadly, just to make a specified ban for. But the Senna comes through. That's interesting. That's different.
Yeah, we're probably going to be seeing a fasting Senna in the bot lane, but what is it going to be paired with? It's definitely not going to be paired with that Corki, which is most likely going to be in the mid lane, but now we just have to wait and see what the Senna is going to be paired with. Not really a lot of options open. You know, you could do the classic Nasus Senna in the dual lane, which was a combination from way back when, being able to, you know, just offer so much, but not really too sure how it works, how good it is nowadays. Maybe someone like a Wukong can also be very good. So we'll have to see.
Yep, the Lucian being picked up once again for Forever Esports. Caden Q loves him ever since his Zed's been banned. He definitely has picked the Lucian, and it's gone very well for him in that mid lane, taking a lot of hits for the Aatrox last match, but then also walking away with 818, so also doing his fair share of kills and damage for Forever Esports.
And Wukong, interesting enough, is being banned away here by Aces, as I just mentioned. Maybe Aces can pick up Wukong for themselves to be paired with that Senna down in the bot lane, but unfortunately it's not going to. Senna, Jax and Fiora are both going to be the bans away. Very interested to see what they pair with the Senna. I'm kind of just waiting really to see what the Senna is going to be paired with in the bot lane.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. To be fair, the Senna could be one of those picks that if they are waiting to see that if the Aatrox will come through again, obviously the CC would be great to stop him coming into the team fights. But then again, it's all riding on the accuracy of the Senna landing those CCs on Forever Esports if they go for the Aatrox once again.
Yeah, Aatrox is open. Also Ornn is still open, so there's a few champions left open. It's going to be fair. I mean, yeah, it's going to be the Aatrox. Volibear is open as well. I'm not really too sure. It's definitely not going to be, I don't think it's going to be Garen down in the dual lane as well, so it's probably going to be Garen top, Corki mid, Jace jungle. So it's the last pick here for Cold Star is going to be what is going to be paired with that Senna and all. Maybe it's the Ornn. Nautilus would be interesting. Singed, I don't think so. Malphite could be interesting, but yeah, Nasus.
Nope, there's
it's a classic. Yeah, it's a classic Senna Nasus bot lane. Those who have been playing Wild Rift for, you know, the past few years would know that this is a classic combo in competitive, very strong as well, because Nasus is just there as a beefy frontline tank just to soak up all the damage really and get, you know, so much crowd control to allow Senna to just deal damage from behind him.
Yep, it is definitely that Susan and Senna combo that we you definitely predicted it. Forever Esports going for the Amumu in the jungle, it seems. Obviously, Forever Esports, for those that are new tuning in, do not get themselves into the correct positions on the scoreboard, so it is very fun to know what they're doing. But yeah, it's going to be the Mumu in the jungle, Aatrox in top, and then the Ori and the Braum down in bot lane with Lucian in the mid. And then Corki going against the Lucian in mid once again, Senna and Susan down in the bot lane, and then Jace in the jungle with Estal on a Garen pick, which I think will be a bit better suited for him compared to the Ornn pick is a little bit more offensive than the defense that just didn't work in the favor of S-Star last match.
And Mumu. If this is the same jungler for Forever Esports that played like a few, like I just remember for the sake of me just remembering, I remember that Forever Esports was the one team that had that Mumu 1 trick in the jungle, but I'm not too sure if it's the same player or not. I remember there being an Mumu 1 trick, and I feel like it might be this player, so I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Oh, it is lovely.
But yeah, it does look like Carlos is subbed out this game. I think he had to go somewhere, unfortunately, so he's not able to play in this 5th and final game, which is a big blow really for Forever Esports, because Carlos has been performing so well throughout the whole series. You know, the Jax, the Aatrox in the last game as well. So we'll have to see how Ice does subbing in for this game.
On this match to their sort of like prior engagement for them to sub him now. So yeah, let's see what Ice can do. He may be able to bring the flavor that was missing, but they are currently 2-2. It could just put them across the edge and get them that 3-2 victory, or it could put them just behind.
We will have to see. We'll have to see. At the moment, they are going to be up against that Senna Nasus in the top side, which is going to be very, very difficult. The great thing about Senna in this lane is that you're against 2 melee champions, so you're just going to be stacking time and time again with this Senna passive over and over again, getting the stacks on both the Aatrox and the Braum, and because you're going to be farming as well, because the Nasus is going to be farming, you're going to be getting even more souls. So this Senna is going to be scaling very, very quickly this game.
I love souls. But yeah, the Senna literally infinitely scaling champion. It's going to be crazy to see what Almighty Capybara Elites do with it. Maybe this is something that is their trump pick. They've been waiting for this to line up with the... They've probably been looking and predicting this kind of scenario where both teams are 2-2, and it can only ever go, this is the last match. To be awarded the last point to see if you are the winner of this series or the loser.
Some teams do that. Some teams have, like, you know, little ideas, little tactics up their sleeves that they can try and work towards. There might be a tower dive actually happening here. Mumu's up here as well, but Shotbox acceleration game. Oh, nice. Snipe. Cha-ching. Right, is it sort of like, thanks for the kill, thanks for the gank, I will go back to base and spend my money.
Yeah, he's cashing it all the way. Money in the bank for Jace there. So well played to Almighty Capybara Elites. Riot putting his stamp back on the game here with that first blood onto the Aatrox.
Oh, solo kill potentially. Oh, he cancelled the culling, I think. Or did it expire? I don't know. I don't know if he cancelled the... He might have been able to... He might have been able to cancel the... Oh, a Mumu though. Okay, he's going to get a kill anyway. Oh, flash. Loads of flashes.
There we go. Senna stunned straight in onto the Mumu, getting the kill. Oh, nicely done there by Prince. A little bit of a switch up in the lanes there, and it was rotating back up to the home lane. But yeah, I think as soon as we saw the Mumu come in, I think it was pretty much a sealed deal there for Riot to go down, unfortunately, for Almighty Capybara Elites. Oh, nice stun there. Landing it from the minion onto the Orianna. Nicely done. Could this be a chunk of the first turret? Some plating going down. A lot of bit of bonus gold going on for Almighty Capybara Elites here. Each time one of those plating go down.
I mean, the center is just going to be getting so many souls. It's absolutely crazy how many souls the center is going to be getting throughout the game, because we're just stacking and stacking, and it just seems like it just never stops.
Oh, Ori getting the ult onto Corki. Stopping the push. I mean, Ori was looking pretty low there. I think she had to do that out of desperation, if anything, just to stay alive. S-Star just doing his thing. We see the Aatrox actually switch back down. Oh, chicken kill on the Susan there.
If I was on Cold Star's team there, I would be question mark pinging him right now. What just happened? He just kind of just died. Not the best.
24 seconds till the first jungle objectives are up.
Yeah, not the best. Corki package. Yeah, this is okay. They could be looking for a flank here. Exhaust onto the Garen though. That's a waste of the Corki package there from Sanji.
Yeah. I don't think they had much vision to know where the enemy's teammates were, but luckily for Orianna, they had the Braum and the Amumu quite nearby, so I don't think they're going to be as aggressive on that turret dive. That's what it looked like they were trying to set up there with that Corki package in, with the aggression from Garen as well. Trying to just pick off and make it an even team fight at either of these jungle objectives. But it's looking pretty standard. Forever Esports going for the Dragon once again, and then we'll see Aces go for the big gal Shelly. The shield taking down the Ocean Dragon they have. They've got First Dragon. Forever Esports keeping it structured, keeping it disciplined, but they have lost 2 teammates. Oh, it's actually currently a 2-3 trade so far. Porky looking pretty low. Ooh. Double kill for Lucian, and Shelly lands it in mid.
Interesting. It seems like what Aces want to do is they wanted to try and get both at the same time. They wanted to try and get the Dragon and the Rift Herald. They were able to take the Rift Herald because Riot was taking it alone, but they wanted to try and take the rest as well. They wanted to try and take the Dragon at the same time. Unfortunately, not taken away from the Mumu, and actually they do unfortunately die as well. And Rider Zito doesn't even take first tower of the game, which is a pretty big one here for Aces, because normally when you get Rift Herald you want to try and take that first tower, but doesn't look like it's going to happen this time around unless they can try and group mids.
Yeah, I think I probably would have understood the Shelly dropping in the middle a little bit too early. If they didn't die to literally a net positive, a net negative outcome for Almighty Kappa Elite. But they're looking to possibly take this Baron lane turret. So first turret is going to go to Almighty Kappa Elite in the Kappa fashion. They do get that Baron lane turret from Forever Esports, and mid wave is looking mini wave and mid turret is looking pretty low as well. Currently looking for a matchup as a 4-3 in that mid lane, but still retreating from the mid turret because they don't have the mini wave. They don't want to be giving out 3 kills there.
Yeah, this is a struggle now that I think that they're going to run into. Oh, Flash is actually used there from the Orianna, and maybe this is their opportunity to try and take this mid lane tower. The Amumu is here to try and defend this mid lane tower, but yeah, like I said, it's kind of the problem that you have now for Aces is that you're trying to take this mid lane tower, but kind of can't because there's too much wave clear from this Orianna.
Yeah. And I think Forever Esports know that. That's why they're so confident with just leaving the Orianna there, even though she's almost, most times out of 10, coming at some sort of uneven advantage. We've got Corki looking to take that dual lane turret. So Almighty Kappa Elite actually wiping out all 3 tier 1 turrets. Pretty much within minutes of each other, which was probably a really good strategy. It means that now if the Forever Esports, once you get to safety, they're going to have to go back a little further. It means that the vision for Almighty Kappa Elite can go a little bit further into enemy lines as well. So you can see the jungle rotations, where the team's coming from. But yeah, I think that's a good setup for Almighty Kappa Elite. In their fashion, they are 2 kills behind, but they do actually have the gold lead this time. So this match is looking like a pretty sound startup for them.
Kind of crazy how they got all 3 towers there. I guess they just had, you know, lane priorities in a lane. You know, Corki has priority over the Aatrox down in bot lane. Rider Zito actually rotated up the top lane to get that tower. So Forever Esports kind of caught there red-handed and just giving away towers pretty much for free.
Yeah, definitely is what gave them that gold lead there, or that extra gold from the turrets. But yeah, it's for Forever Esports. I feel like they just need to kind of keep dominating these team fights and making sure it's going in their favor in some sort. If they don't, if they keep getting these dragons, the team fights are possibly going to go in their favor, but then you've got the infinite stacking, scaling Senna, sorry, and then you've got Naz's Q you got to worry about as well. But it looks like we could be seeing a bit of a team fight here. Whilst we see X-Star looking for a split push in that Baron lane. Ooh, a lot of poke damage going on there. And Mumu goes down, but we see Corki go down by Aatrox as well. Team fight has been split. The Nazas is on the run from 3v1 engage there. Jace looking to come back and help his teammate, and then Senna is looking just to clear that minion wave in bot lane. And Estal just takes that second tier turret as well. So even though they are down, they managed to trade 1-1, which is a equal trade for them, but they did get that top lane turret, and they have stopped the minion wave in bot lane. They are looking to start on a dragon. Will this be the first dragon for Aces throughout the entire series? It is. They managed to get Mountain Drake.
Dragon secured for Aces. They're looking pretty damn good now. I mean, you saw the Amumu there, right? The Amumu tried to flash ulti, didn't hit anyone. That's just Amumu things.
Whoopsie.
That's a big whoopsie, big mistake, unfortunately.
Yep, he's now got a heck of a cooldown now. Poor Amumu. He's a sad boy. Sad boy name, sad boy nature.
Sad mummy. Walking around, so he's just walking around crying. Just, what do you do?
He fit perfectly in the land of Britain. We should adopt him as our mascot. Forget the lions. We need a Mumu.
We need some friends. Give him some friends.
That's all he wants. That's all he wants. But the gold lead still actually in Almighty Cavalry Elite's favor. Gold, the kill still creeping behind in that, but I don't think that's massive, especially when you know you've got the gold lead. You have priority in the lane. You are 4 turrets up to 0, and you've got your first dragon. You are riding the high wave right now. Almighty Cavalry Elite's definitely looking like a favorite to win this one, it seems.
They're looking really, really strong right now. Not really anything that Forever Esports could do about it. The only really fed member is that Lucian right now, but you can see the jungle right now. Right as it's 3,000 gold ahead on his counterpart, and we saw in game number 4, I believe it was, with how strong the Jace can be once the Jace is ahead with so much damage with this first strike rune as well. So looking pretty scary for Forever Esports. There's multiple threats on the side of Aces.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not, obviously, they just need to prepare these team fights a little bit better. The Aatrox definitely not popping off as much as he did the last match, but he's not doing too bad. He's currently on the 3-1 KDA there, and then obviously KenQ once again on the 4-0. So this Lucian pick's been a great pick for KenQ, other than the Z pick that he only goes on to. But Mumu taking a lot of damage there. First strike being procced by the Corki and the Jace. Lucian looking for a sandwich. He's looking to sandwich somebody. Senna missing the root, unfortunately, there. A lot of poke damage onto the Lucian. Got to keep that boy alive. So much damage from Jace is crazy.
You see the poke damage is crazy.
Yeah, enough to force the Orianna. Like, you know what, lads? I am recalling. I need an item. I need some help. Lucian possibly getting caught out there in the bot lane? No, he manages to escape.
And you can see kind of the problem that Forever Esports are running into right now is that you just got so much poke damage from this Jace, and also you got the Corki at the same time as well. Corki plus the Senna auto attacking at range, so there's so much that Aces have to offer at the moment, and Forever Esports, maybe if they catch out Ryder Zito here, it could be really, really huge. But he's just going to back off for now.
Yeah, they moved quite far behind against the Jace.
Oh, wait a second. Oh.
Okay.
They nearly caught him on the top side. Yeah. They nearly caught the Jace, but the Jace just went back to base in time.
I was thinking, I was like, why are we still here? But yeah, there's no blue within that red pile there. Baron Nashor is up, and then Infernal Drake up in 19 seconds. Will we actually see Almighty Capybara Elites do a back-to-back dragon after getting no dragon at all?
2 dragons could be pretty good for aces. It's not going to mean that triple dragon craziness, and it's not going to mean you're going to get a whole bunch of stats. But it looks like Forever Esports are actually going to go towards the Baron though, whilst this dragon's being taken.
I think it could be a little bit of a bait and switch there. Probably be like, oh lads, they're trying to take Baron, but keep focusing that Infernal Dragon obviously helps with the Mountain Dragon as well. But Aatrox manages to take out the center in the backline. Corky takes out the Lucian. Chase going reciprocating that damage onto the Aatrox. Aatrox goes there with the Mumu running around and doing a lot of damage to the backline of into Zito there. Corky's still alive and Naza's still alive. That was a better team fight for Forever Esports. They've got to do something with that now. At least get some turrets or something, because they're currently still sitting on a fat 0.
Actually very surprised that team fight went so well. The Mumu damage actually in the end in the back line doing so much to both Rider Zito, and also I believe it was the it was someone else as well that went down super quickly. It might have been the center as well. They both went down super quickly, and if a Mumu can catch out multiple members, multiple of them high value targets like Rider Zito, then it can work very well for them. But just trying to get there, which is always the always seems like the impossible part with Mumu.
Definitely, especially if you miss that first ability onto a champion, it does nothing, and you've got to wait or get around again, especially if you've used both of your charges. But I think the thing that's going well for Almighty Capybara Elites is the fact that they've still got the first tier turret, so even if they do try and bring a fight to the lane, it's going to be easy for them to peel off, allow the turret to do some damage onto Forever Esports. If you haven't actually seen Forever Esports do the tactic where they manage to get the haste of the turret onto the right champion, or at least share that damage. But I think that's why we've seen that fight within the jungle. We've seen Forever Esports take it to their ground, and knowing that the Almighty Capybara Elites just have just as much distance to run back to safety when it comes to these team fights, and that's what probably enabled them, as well as the Mumu, to get such a great lead in that last team fight.
Oi.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Yeah, it's actually crazy. I mean, no towers have gone down at all at the moment for aces, and you can see that Forever Esports also have the comeback gold as well if they really want to try and take towers. But towers for them are actually super important because they're going to get gold for the team, but it's actually going to be more gold because they have that comeback mechanic online with the towers.
There's our Shadow Poro. There's our baby boy. 17 seconds till the Elder Dragon. I think if Forever Esports manages to get that, I think we could see a big swing in their favor, even though they are currently 5k gold behind. If they manage to get a decent few trades within this Elder Dragon, or at least contest it and steal it, I think we can still see a comeback here for Forever Esports. They're playing the... Currently, it seems like they're playing like a slow play style. They're on a bit of a slow burning flame and just waiting for it to just take the right moment and stoke the flame and take the nexus. Ooh, nice bit of poke there though from Rider Zito as usual. Getting caught out with the CC there. Status from the Corky, center landing that stun onto the Aatrox. We got Garen doing bits onto Braum. He is split apart from his team, so he's low in health. Oriana taking down Zito, Corky down, center down. Double kill for Watashi Kiko.
The Mumu popping off in the end. The bandage toss into the proto belt and the ultimate onto the back line was actually pretty damn nice. You can see the S-Style
looking for a back door.
Yeah, he's going to take the inhibitor, but I think that's all he's going to take. I don't think he can take anything more than that.
We don't have the Yone this time.
Yeah, pretty good fight here from... Pretty good for team fight there from Forever Esports. And maybe if they catch up the Garen here as well with the Elder Drake. No, they're not going to be able to. But still, Elder Drake online now for Forever Esports. Maybe they can finally take one of these towers. Maybe.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It would actually be a luxury for him at this point.
Baron is going to be the next objective that these players are going to be fighting for now. Which are going to be very, very nice.
Definitely don't want to start a fight for the Baron when you have that Elder for at least another minute. That just sounds like an absolute disaster for Almighty Faille, at least if they entertain that idea at least.
Oh, this is going to be the first tower. Wait, oh! The Elder Drake damage. Well.
They don't have a smite to contest it. They still have the Corki package, but they're keeping Corki off it. It looks like the Baron is going to go for Forever Esports. They take the Baron, they take Elder, and I think this is the part where they just get that minion wave and ride with it. We've currently got a 2v1 in that top lane against the Garen, Lucian, and Aatrox going against Garen. Garen with the status, but it just isn't enough. It just delayed the inevitable. They have the minions in the mid lane. They can easily take the inhibitor here and even possibly the Nexus. They are currently down 2 teammates on the side of Almighty Faille Elites. You are about to make that 4. No. Oh, Senna's been safe on that turret, but no, Orianna getting a double kill with Hashikiko kicking off and popping off within this last match of the series, and Forever Esports are going to take it 3-2.
What a crazy turnaround for Forever Esports. It really looked like Aces were going to win this one, and it's kind of the whole series has been all about comebacks, really, because there's been so many games where Forever Esports were ahead and Aces were able to come back, and the same with Aces there as well. Aces had such a big lead there, taking all 3 towers, as you mentioned, having full control over the map and doing so well. To just turn that around was absolutely incredible.
It is, but I mean, it is the stakes. It's what the stakes do. It's going to push you to the point where you are like, okay, we've not had the best early to mid game, but we're still in it. And especially, I think the tipping point for Forever Esports was definitely that Amumu assault in the enemy line's jungle, on the blue side, sorry. And then we saw it just kind of get out of control from there. Everything seemed to go in Forever Esports' favor in terms of the team fights going forward after that. And yeah, it just didn't seem like the Senna had much utility towards the mid to late game, where we saw her getting picked off in the team fights pretty early. And then Ito actually fell short quite a few times within these team fights. I think that's what really allowed Forever Esports to pop off, especially with the help of Elder Dragon and the Baron Nashor.
Low-key, the Amumu kind of popped off in the end. Not gonna lie, the Protobelt, the bandage toss onto the front line, and the Protobelt to be able to jump onto the likes of Sanji and Prince on the back line, also just sticking onto Ryder Zito. They weren't able to do enough damage to this Amumu, and it was enough. Crazy. It was enough. But yeah, that's gonna do it for our first series of the night, and we still got one more best